Josh, you've done some things over lockdown as well, haven't you? Actually, both of you,
Mhm.
being on a mental health awareness course, was it? Yeah, just tell us a little bit about how you found that, how that came about, and obviously how you found going on that course.
I think it's something I've always wanted to find out more about. I know a lot of lads in the football game who have suffered from mental health problems, depression, fell fell out of the game, and things what they did to try and improve from that, and how they overcome them issues. And I wanted to find out what I could learn to potentially, maybe for myself or for people around me, to use my knowledge to help them. So I thought it was a good opportunity while we're in lockdown, because we weren't really doing that much to greaten my knowledge, and do a course on it and find out what things I didn't know and what things I could use later on, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, what sort of things did that cover? Do you think it's it'll help you in terms of obviously throughout life as well, but obviously in the football game in particular?
I think it helps. It helps to see things in different lights. Obviously, in football, it can be a difficult game, especially when it's not going your way, and it's finding solutions to them problems, to be able to overcome them and see things in a different light. And I think it did touch up on about a lot of things, how to overcome issues which you're going to get in normal life as well. And the course that we did was based on not just football, but people in normal life. So being able to take that from normal life into football, it was interesting to see things which it's like such simple things, sorry, in there which we could use, such things as finding different tasks to do to take your mind off things. Like I said, looking at things in a different light. Just like if you're not playing a game and wondering why you're not playing, instead of being down about it, what can you do instead for the next time it comes about? Just little things like that, little goals and little targets you can distract yourself from negative thoughts. So it kind of touched up on them kind of things, which I found very interesting.
James, I think obviously there's been a lot of coverage on mental health as well over the last few years in particular, really. The likes of the Heads Up campaign and Prince William bringing a lot of it to the fore as well. What sort of obviously there was always the talk about the stigma around mental health and things like that. How do you think that's sort of gradually decreasing? And would you be now comfortable speaking to players and staff, coaches about that? And is it a lot easier to speak to each other than it was?
I think the way the game's sort of evolved, especially in like the latter years now, yeah, I think it is a lot easier. I think it is a lot easier to speak out of problems. As you can see, like from like the charity we spoke about, there's a lot more of them about, as opposed to what maybe 10 years ago might not really have heard it or had the same sort of publicity it might get now. And especially in football, as Flash knows, it's the appearance of don't be weak sort of thing, and back when you were younger, but it's a lot different now. And I think being able to talk about it, like you're able to overcome things, and the more you're comfortable to talk about things, the easier it is to either overcome it or even accept it and live with it, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely right. I mean, in terms of at the community program, we're obviously focusing a lot on the physical side. So we're doing a lot of focus on obviously how positive, being physically active and physical health affects your mental health as well, and how that obviously helps the two are linked together. I mean, as a professional footballer, how do you find, being active regularly and keeping active helps you mentally as well?
Oh yeah, massively it does, because like like if I come in on a day where like I've just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and I'm in a mood, get into training and like it takes your mind off things, doesn't it? Especially playing football, like you're not thinking about your problems at home and that. So we're in a very fortunate position to be able to do that. But obviously, some other people don't get that, that luxury of being able to play football. But like, it doesn't matter what level you play at or what sport you do, or even if you just go for a jog sort of thing. By keeping active, it sort of takes your mind off things if you've got problems, and it's a great way to put things to the back of the mind, really.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a lot of what we're focusing on, being sport, that we're able to provide football sessions and physical sessions that obviously impact people mentally as well then. Josh, how do you think, particularly during lockdown, I know you obviously all had your different training plans as well from Rev and the coaching staff. How did you find, obviously, that sort of release, if you like, of being able to do, obviously we had the 1 hour of exercise that the government allowed everyone to do during the day, or having those plans that you could be physically active. How do you think that helped you cope mentally, I suppose, with the difficulties of lockdown and not being able to go out as much?
It helped a lot. It just gives you some sort of routine. I think so many hours in a day, normally, like we say, we go football, then we come back, and then that's our time to then like kind of wind down. But during lockdown, because we couldn't do anything, there's only so much TV and so much going on your phone you can do. So having that release for an hour, having our sessions, which we had, sometimes we do extra sessions as well. It's a good distraction, I would say. So having that routine, having that distraction from what was going on, it helped a lot.
James, what advice would you give to someone who, obviously at the moment, it's a difficult time for a lot of people. What would you say to people who maybe think their mental health is deteriorating or might not be as good as it was a few months ago? What would you say to those people?
Just talk, really. Talk to anyone. Pick up the phone, ring someone, telling your problems. There's always people out there willing to listen and help. But by talk, I think the only way you're gonna accept or overcome any problems you have is by talking about it. I think that's the best way to challenge it, really.